Hello YouTube, B3 here, back with another kicking action figure review. Yes, today's review is a figure I'm very glad to pick up the way I did. It is the Movie Monster series MUTO from Japan. Currently the only 6-inch MUTO figure in existence. Yeah, probably would have preferred a female, not because I like the female better. I actually don't have a preference between the two. But we'll get to why later in scaling. Haha, if that doesn't already tell you everything you need to know. So, male MUTO, got him for 28 even, free shipping. Yeah, thanks for that, Amazon. Really good price. Been seeing him going for like 40 and 50 and stuff. Sometimes oddly higher everywhere else, just because he is, you know, the only 6-inch MUTO figure. And imported. So, yeah. But I got a great deal, not only because I got him for a lower price than I see him going for normally, but the seller included a butt-ton of extra stuff. I'm probably going to see what else this seller has listed, because they gave me a butt-ton of stuff, man. First up, they gave me a Gashapon Ultra Monster, whose name escapes me sadly enough, and I didn't bother looking it up because this review isn't about him. I think it's Krila or something. I remember because he had the flashing eyes and etc. And they'd blind everyone. But yeah, he's supposed to have an apple or something to hold, but I couldn't find it, so I guess it fell out while he was packaging it. But I don't really care about that because I'm not gonna collect Ultra Gashapons or anything. He's just a cool little thing he threw in. And to put him together, he was in 3 pieces. And he came with like a strip, and there are the other ones in his series. He's holding like a little apple or something. A cherry maybe, I don't know. Some Japanese fruit or whatever. And he threw in this little promotional Godzilla poster from Japan. This little flyer. It's a flyer, I guess, more of a flyer. A little Godzilla flyer from Japan. And while it's a little bent up, and I put it between some books. Really nice. Really nice indeed. Really nice indeed. So, back to the figure at hand. Male MUTO, also known as Winged MUTO, from the 2014 legendary Godzilla movie. Really great movie, loved it. It was the top movie of the summer for a while. I'm filming this on the 24th. Pretty sure Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is going to beat it. And as big of a G fan as I am, I have to say Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was the best movie I've seen this summer. And I have seen most movies that have come out this summer. As you know, a film buff, that's kind of what I do. But this figure's great. Very, very, very good. I hope Monster Arts or NECA makes more, because I would love a 6-inch female and maybe a male that's more in scale. I'd love NECA to do one in scale. If they can make that little Deacon figure, they can make this guy in scale. So yeah, here he is. First up, let's take a look at the tag, which I will probably take off just because I'm not a big tag guy. And I feel like the figure's going to get beat up equally whether the tag's on it or not, so I'm just going to slip the tag in my tag book. But yeah, it's got this really cool art of the MUTO, really shadowy. Godzilla 2014 down here, MUTO. Easy enough. I hope they make a female. That'd be really tight. There's the inside. You got that reverse silhouette there. Very nice stuff. And here you got this Spines Warner Brothers legendary Godzilla Movie Monster series. Very cool. Bandai stuff. But yeah, I gotta love Bandai. Very neat figure. First up, articulation. Really basic, I guess. Forward and back on his arms. And that's all I thought we'd have, but we actually have forward and back on the legs also. So you can do a little dance with those little feet. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool indeed. So you can have him in a position with his wings up and stuff if you want. Because you can bring his legs forward a lot and his arms forward a lot and still have him stand like that. So you could have like your NECA Godzilla laying down and he could be over it or something. Which is probably a picture I will take in a little bit. But yeah. Really cool. Now how about detail and paint? We got this nice orange on here. I have a little orange glob right there, but that's no big deal. I like the orange color. I think they are more reddish in the movie, but again, it was also really dark for most of the movie, so who could tell, right? But it still looks really good as orange. I mean, I have the NECA miniature ones, and they're gray, so can't complain too much, right? I like the orange. The orange is a good look. Very, very cool. And they got it right here, too. Very nice on the orange. And then you also have the orange in the eyes. Really thought it had cool eyes in the film. But other than that, the figure is really just a straight black all over. Yeah, you got the mouth's kind of filled in, but I don't blame him. These little arms are filled in. Once again, don't blame him. Very big wings. Very big wings. They did not skip on the wings at all. They are huge. So, yeah. There's little stamps. Got this all the way from Hong Kong. But, yeah, you know, I like his legs. You can see kind of like a little bit of muscle tone in there, you know. His little feet. See his little feeties? And then lots of detail on the chest and a lot on the head. The head looks really good. But, yeah, you know, not a bad looking figure at all. Really, really great. So now about we get into those size comparisons we were talking about earlier. Here's our M.U.T.O with some other super articulated kaiju figures. Even, I know the M.U.T.O's not super articulated, so I don't know why I said other. But, yeah, super articulated is what I'm going to go with. First, here on the left, you have the figure that all of you wanted to see him with, the NECA 2014 Godzilla. It's the 12-inch head to tail, or just 6-inch one. You can get the larger one now. I haven't picked him up because I want to see what the price does first. And I'm filming this on July 24th. This figure was supposed to come in between August 11th and September 2nd, by the way, so I'm very glad it showed up early, just like my Dinosaur, who I will probably show you in a bit. But, yeah, obviously the M.U.T.O's way too big, right? Isn't the M.U.T.O too big? Because, I mean, the M.U.T.O is big, right? But this M.U.T.O, it's too big. It really is. I feel like the sizing would have been a lot better if they did a female M.U.T.O, which is what I thought they were doing at first. That's the first rumor I heard. And, yeah. The movie Monsters 2014 Godzilla might have a bigger bulk to it. He might. But I don't know, because I don't have him, and I do not plan on buying him because I'm perfectly content with my NECA. But, yeah. I mean, they're cool together. If I didn't have this Godzilla in my Godzilla Throughout the Ages lineup, they would be displayed together, for sure. But, you know, he's in my lineup, so they're not. And they don't scale up that great, which I'm sad to say, but it's true. And then here on the right, we have the Monster Arts Space Godzilla. The M.U.T.O doesn't really scale up with that well either, but you know what, they look cool, so it's okay. They'll look neat standing next to each other in your collection if you want. Here's the M.U.T.O with some other imported monsters from different franchises. Here on the left we have Gamera. Yeah, it's a repaint of the Memorial Box sculpt. And here on the right we have Dinosaur, as I mentioned earlier. So, yeah. You know, it's whatever. I feel like the M.U.T.O probably looks better with them than he does with the Godzillas I recently showed. Because Gamera and Dinosaur would be smaller than Godzillas. Especially the 2014 Godzilla, right? So I feel like the M.U.T.O works better with these guys if you are thinking that way, but don't try to take exact measurements. Not exactly sure how big the male M.U.T.O is. I'm just kind of like pulling up memories from when I went to see the movie the weekend it came out. So you'll forgive me if it's a little shoddy. But you remember my motto, as long as it looks cool and believable, then I'm good with the scaling. But, you know, he's just a little too big for comfort, even though he does still look cool and will still be displayed with my 6-inch Godzilla figures. Now here he is with some easier to obtain American Godzilla figures. Here on the left we have the Bandai Creations Fusion Burning Godzilla, and on the right the Bandai Creations Gigan Final Wars first release. So yeah, once again he's a little too big for them also, maybe. But yeah, I think he actually looks kind of good with the Gigan, because this Gigan is a little too tall. So I actually like the way they look together. But, you know, even though this MUTO isn't a perfect fit with everyone, he still looks cool, and I still dig him even if the sizing isn't totally great. If we ever really want the perfect sizing of this guy, we're going to have to convince NECA or Monster Arts to make one. For sure. So all in all, what are my thoughts on the movie monster series Winged or Male MUTO from Bandai? Well, it's a really cool figure. Glad I picked it up. I got a good price on it. And some really cool bonus stuff that I didn't have to do, and I wasn't expecting it. And it was very nice of them. I will probably definitely be buying from this seller again. But yeah, this figure, the listing on it, sold out after I bought one. There were a few left. 14 had already been sold. There were a few left. And I just was like, that's a good deal. I'll grab it while it's still here. And they all ran out immediately after I bought it. So, insane. But yeah, it's a well-sculpted figure. Looks good. Nice paint. The articulation's alright. You know, it's a movie monster series. A cheap vinyl. Like, what are you expecting? Really? It actually had 2 more joints than I was expecting. I don't know why I wasn't expecting the legs to move. I guess it's because every time I get a cheap vinyl figure, there's a point that I expect to move on it that doesn't move. You know? And sometimes it's a glue seal you gotta break. Like, I think the Gamera I just showed you had a glue seal on his neck when I got him. And the Fusion Godzilla I showed you, his tail doesn't move in one place, if I'm correct. That's right, it doesn't. And, yeah, so I'm satisfied with articulation and detail. Sizing could use a little work, but hey, it's not that bad. So, all in all, I gotta give this figure 4 out of 5 stars. He is a really cool figure. I do highly recommend him if you're a Godzilla fan or really love the new movie or just like monsters. I mean, it's a cool figure to have. If you can get it for a good price, I don't think I'd pay $50 for it unless I just really love the movie and really love the monster and had to have one in this scale. But if you're not comfortable paying $50 or $40, which is what I saw it going for a lot before I found this listing, then you can wait and see if NECA or Monster Arts makes one. I feel like we're more likely to get one from NECA than Monster Arts, though. Anytime soon, anyways. But, yeah, also the price might go down. You never know, the price might go down. Maybe my getting it at this price was a sign of it going down, but the very next listing that showed up after I bought this one was 40-something, so. But yeah, that's it, you guys. 4 out of 5 stars. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below. Links to Facebook, Twitter. Will follow you back on Twitter. Also got links to lots of other Godzilla stuff, so check that out. Several different channels, and most of them have Godzilla stuff on them. Which ones? Well, you'll just have to watch the videos to find out, I guess. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support, and I'll see you all later. Sorry about the cows.